We were sold a fairy tale. America always up and to the right. Bigger towers, shinier tech, richer indexes. Meanwhile, our food is engineered for shelf life instead of human life. Our water quietly collects forever chemicals. Our kids sit in test prep warehouses called schools. And news cycles are weaponized to keep us angry, exhausted, and obedient. This isn't a glitch. It's a design. Profit first, people last, truth whenever convenient. The old America didn't die overnight. It was carved up, policy by policy, deal by deal, while we were fed distractions, drama, and bread and circus spectacles. This film isn't about coping. It's a call-up. See the machine, name the operators, cut the strings, rebuild for ourselves. If you're tired of being managed, welcome. This is False Rise, and this time we keep the receipts. Our founders argued over one question. Will we be a republic of citizens or an empire of interests? The empire won quietly. It didn't march with banners. It bought chairs at universities, endowments in medicine, influence in media, and access in government. Neutral expertise became a costume power wears when it wants to look holy. The story we got, trust the process, trust the experts, trust the growth, wasn't truth. It was marketing. And it worked because it mixed real progress with selective amnesia. The price of empire logic is simple. You pay more, you own less, and you're told to clap. Industrial dynasties perfected narrative control. Fund the lab, fund the chair, fund the fellowship, fund the newsroom. Decide what gets asked, then celebrate the answers. Philanthropy plays savior while steering the spotlight. It's not cartoon villains, it's incentives. Endowments that dictate research seasons, grants that tilt curricula, non-profit dollars that launder private priorities into public orthodoxy. No vote, no debate, just consensus. Public relations turn damage control into religion, rebrand toxins as trade-offs, reframe conflicts of interest as partnerships, drown dissenters in think tank white papers and choreographed experts. The pipeline is efficient. Fund, study, press, policy, textbook. It doesn't need lies, it needs angles. And the angle is always the same. Their growth is progress, your sacrifice is patriotism, and your questions are misinformation. Here's how truth is farmed. Define the question so the answer can't hurt the sponsor. Publish the paper with careful limitations. Hand friendly reporters a press kit and pre-approved quotes. Roll the headline through committees until it becomes regulation and best practice. Voila, law by press release. The career ladder rewards obedience. The outliers are smeared, starved, or ignored. Newsrooms survive on speed, ad money, and relationships. Who gets booked? The credentialed, not the correct. Who gets sidelined? The inconvenient. Framing beats banning. You don't need a blacklist if the gatekeepers all learn the same reflex. Don't bite the hand that funds your segment. Meanwhile, the internet sells rage as a subscription. Trust didn't collapse by accident. It was strip-mined. Rage and panic keep us scrolling, which keeps them paid. Left versus right is the decoy. The real split is top versus everyone. While we're tribalized into hashtags, the money men do mergers, the lawyers write loopholes, and the lobbyists change the rules mid-game. The most effective censorship in a free society is agenda. We covered it, with the worst example, the laziest straw man, and a tone that tells you decent people have already moved on. Omission does the rest. Some voices are never booked. Some questions are never asked. The public thinks the issue was settled. It wasn't. It was smothered. Step out of line and watch your name burn. Universities look away. Editors ghost you. Platforms throttle you. Your peers send thoughts and prayers in private and silence in public. That's not a marketplace of ideas. That's a cartel. Courage used to be a virtue. Now it's a firing offense. When the narrative breaks, the correction arrives at 2 a.m. in tiny font after the damage is done. The first blast gets prime time. The truth gets the graveyard shift. We're not crazy. We're underfed on facts and overfed on vibes. The cure, receipts, primary docs, contracts, budgets, dockets, data, not logos. This movement isn't about new idols, it's about new habits. Don't worship anyone, not me, not your favorite pundit. Demand evidence, archive links, screenshot everything. Teach your kids to follow money the way accountants follow audits. When receipts become culture, propaganda becomes expensive. Post-war, the dollar became the keystone. After gold convertibility died, oil pricing in dollars turned currency into a weapon. We exported paper. The world shipped us goods. Nice trick, until it hollowed us out. Offshoring gutted towns, and now we rent back the life we built. At interest. Wall Street learned to financialize everything. Homes, degrees, medicine, even water. Asset charts soared while wages flatlined. Crashes, socialize losses, privatize gains, lecture the public about resilience. Government spending explodes on pork, pet projects, and cost-plus contracts while bridges rust and schools rot. We don't have a money shortage, we have a priorities sickness. We fix it by changing payoffs, reward-making over gaming, resilience over fragility, transparency over theater, price pollution like the crime it is, kill revolving doors, make bailouts come with handcuffs and clawbacks, measure success in strong households, skilled workers, solvent towns, not quarterly fantasies. Regulators rotate into the companies they policed. Think tanks ghostwrite laws. Agencies plead poverty while burning billions. Meanwhile, private prisons ink contracts that guarantee occupancy and have sued states for not caging enough human beings. Read that twice. If incarceration is a business, freedom is a threat to revenue. For the connected, justice is concierge service. For you, it's a waiting room. Delay becomes denial. Process becomes punishment. Headline trials give the illusion of balance while the system hums unchanged. Fees up, rights down. If justice depends on your wallet, it isn't justice. It's a paywall. We don't need more speeches. We need teeth, public ledgers, automatic disclosures, strict conflict bans, open data sets, clawbacks, and lifetime bars on grifters who loot the commons. If you touch public money and lie, you don't get a podcast, you get a sentence. Export chaos long enough and it comes home with a souvenir jacket. We played Empire Abroad and neglected the home front. Now our grids wheeze, our rails jump tracks, and our cities practice press conferences instead of maintenance. National security that ignores pipes, power, food, and families is a brand, not a shield. We printed trillions, yet boil water notices stack up and potholes breed like rabbits. The spending exists. You can't drink it because it's trapped in consultants, studies, and political ribbons on empty lots. Real security is boring. Schedules, inspections, penalties for failure, promotions for doing the job. Stop celebrating plans. Start rewarding completion. The best early warning system is neighbors who actually know each other. Not doom groups, not snitch lines. Real trust. When we talk, we see problems early and fix them fast. Train first aid, map skills, build comms, make your block a place that stays calm when the lights blink. That's real homeland security. They said industry feeds the world. They didn't say what it feeds us. Seed oils and sugar slurries, additives our grandparents couldn't pronounce, fortified cereals designed by marketers, not doctors. Sickness got financialized. Manage it forever, bill it forever. If an economy gets rich while bodies break, that's not progress. That's extraction. Test your water. Filter when you must. Demand clean sources. Read labels like contracts. Buy from farms that look you in the eye. Cook, lift, walk, sleep. Turn off the feed and reclaim your attention. Your brain is not a billboard. Your gut is not a landfill. Your kid is not a captive audience for drug commercials between cartoons. Shorten supply chains, join a CSA, plant a bed, learn to can, support local butchers and bakers and fixers. That's not nostalgia, it's anti-fragility. When shocks hit, the local web catches you. When it thrives, the predatory middleman starves. Stop outsourcing judgment. Triangulate claims. Read primary docs. Follow money. Archive links. Color code fact versus assertion on screen. Reward any voice. Left, right, weird, that brings evidence. Don't forward dopamine. Forward documentation. Teach your kids how propaganda works before propaganda teaches them how you work. We are done begging. Build credit unions, co-ops, community clinics, homeschooling pods, maker spaces, mesh networks, neighborhood security teams. Use open source tools, privacy tech, and mutual aid maps. Replace corporate care with neighbor competence. Opt out of systems that punish responsibility and reward dependency. Anger can start a fire. Wisdom keeps it warm. Breathe, pray, lift, journal, serve. A steady nervous system is the enemy of manipulation. Spiritual talk without civic action is cosplay. Civic action without inner steadiness burns out. Balance isn't softness, it's speed with aim. This is a movement, not a mood. 1. Audit inputs, food, water, air, info. 2. Learn one civic tool, public records, budgets, dockets. 3. Join one build, co-op, garden, credit union, watch, makers. 4. Practice stillness daily, 10 minutes, no excuses. 5. Teach one person each week. That's multiplication, not marketing. Track what makes families strong, savings rate, debt down, pantry depth, water stored, first aid skills, tool lists, neighbor contacts. Track civic power, meetings attended, records requested, projects finished, dollars kept local. Track health, sleep, steps, sugar, strength. If you can't measure it, you can't keep it. In the description, you'll find starters, foundation filings, budgets, contracts, audits, economic series, declassified archives, public health research. Add yours. Disagree with us? Bring receipts. We'll post them. This isn't about being right on the internet. It's about being free in real life. The conspiracy is simple. Keep you distracted while they harvest your time, attention, and children's future. The counter-conspiracy is simpler. Get competent with your neighbors. Grow food. Fix things. Learn the law. Demand teeth. Refuse the circus. We don't need permission. We need courage and calendars. Like, share, then act. Today, not someday. We're done waiting.